Hello fellow Peanuts fans, I'm Karen from CollectPeanuts.com, and today we're doing a quarterly overview of the DeAgostini Doghouse build. Now the reason we're doing a quarterly overview is because box number 10 has not arrived yet. It is delayed. Also, still waiting on issue 36. So we're very far behind because box 11 is already here, but I don't want to get started on it until we have everything else done. So we're just going to take a look at all the work I've done so far. Just for transparency, I want to let you know that I am not sponsored by DeAgostini. I am purchasing this entire series on my own dime. And the subscription I have gotten is basically the premium subscription where I get all the little extras because I want to be able to share those with people so they can see exactly what they would be getting depending on which subscription package they go for. If this is your first time joining us, the Snoopy Doghouse build from DeAgostini is basically a large doghouse shaped shelf that contains all of these little scenes. The scenes are mostly double-sided except for a few, and there are 130 issues, and we are on technically issue 38. Each month I receive a box with 5 issues, which is going down to 4 issues going forward. Each issue contains pieces for various scenes and also instructions on how to build what is needed for that issue. Usually scenes are not self-contained, they take multiple issues to build. Each scene has outer walls and a ceiling on it. That ceiling has lights in it, so the entire doghouse will light up in the end. And as you can see from this overview, there are quite a few scenes that are missing sidewalls, roofs. I'm sure those will come eventually. I'm going to be very good at building those in the end. Now, most of the tools do come with the kit, but there are extras that you will need, like a craft knife, any cutting surfaces you want to use, paintbrushes, and paint. There are some optional steps, and I do them probably about 50% of the time. It depends on how well I think I can execute it and how easy it will be at that stage, as sometimes they tell you to do the extra work when the scene is basically completed, and it just doesn't make sense to mess up a completed scene that's looking good with a potential for failure. Also on the website are assembly guides. So if you need a little help on figuring out how to put a scene together, there are videos. However, the videos stopped at the 6th package, so they are very far behind where I am in the project. So hopefully I never need extra help because it will probably not be there for me. Now, would I recommend this to other Peanuts fans? If you have the dexterity to deal with all these teeny tiny pieces, and you have about $2,500 or so to spend on this, then yeah, go for it. It is a lot of fun, but it will take a long time to get done just based on the mailing schedule. I feel like I'd probably have this done by now if they had just sent it all in one big box, which I feel would have been ideal for me, but it is what it is. However, if you do decide to splash out on this project, be aware that DeAgostini sometimes has shipping delays. The website is also not very good at keeping you up to date with where things are at, since I have no idea when box 10 will get here, and I would really like to have some sort of idea of when that's going to arrive. As this is not sponsored, I am not trying to make waves over at DeAgostini and just seeing how their regular customer service is. Every time I have had a problem like missing manuals or a missing issue, they have been really good at getting that out to me right away. So their customer service is really good when you do have a problem that you need them to solve. Besides the problems with DeAgostini, I think the build is turning out really well so far. I think the quality of the pieces is pretty good. There are occasionally some flaws, but they're usually not too visible. I also really appreciate that the scenes are taken straight from the comic strip. It really makes the 5 decades of Peanuts come to life. If you have any more questions about getting this for your collection, do be sure to reach out in the comments down below. I will try and answer them as best I can. Thanks for joining me here today for this look at the Snoopy Doghouse. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel because we have a lot more boxes to go. And come support me on Patreon.com. Help defray the cost of creating content as much as you can. That would be super terrific of you. You can also visit me online at CollectPeanuts.com, where you can see photos of my collection, buy something vintage for your own collection, and read articles all about collecting peanuts. Plus, of course, you'll want to check out the playlist for our previous DeAgostini builds, especially if this is your first video here. Happy crafting, Peanuts fans! Bye!